Hey guys, Brix back with another LEGO Transformer review. Now, as you can see, this is most certainly the biggest Transformer that I've made up to date. And I mean, people do build amongst the scale, but I'm usually building stuff around this scale, minifigure scale Bumblebee right there. So this Transformer is definitely minifig scale. And well, we're just gonna get into it. I present to you G2 Grapple. So, like I said, this is a minifig scale. If you could see, let me just zoom in a little bit there. I have two minifigs in there, both Ant-Mans right now. It's pretty awesome. So, just to give you guys a look at how, he scales with Bumblebee, who's also minifig scale. To me, it looks pretty good, So, Grapple is like a rescue truck. He's a hook and ladder type of guy. Just to get into some articulation and vehicle mode. Oh, definitely want to. He rolls backwards pretty good, but for some reason these two wheels kind of rub against each other when you push him forward. But it still looks pretty good in my opinion. Let's see, he doesn't have any doors or anything like that, but his hook does move up about maybe an inch or so, and it does extend. It's just very tight, but it does extend about that far. This part is about 16 studs, that's 16 studs, and only overlaps about maybe 5 studs. But it does rotate, as you can see, and it transforms pretty much just like the toy. I studied the the transformation a whole lot, so yeah, you're definitely gonna notice that. But we're gonna probably just take off the ladder. I mean, not the ladder, the hook for now. If I could kind of get in there just a little bit. Oh, there it is. Alright, so this is the whole hook situation right here. I have lights on there just as far as like kind of rescue lights. But one of the gimmicks that I wanted to add to it, because I hadn't built the gun yet when I was building this, was, if you flip the hook around, oh, let me back up so you guys can see a little bit. Flip the hook around, press it in, it could serve as like maybe a rifle, because it does have the handle right there where it was just connected to the hand. And maybe this could be like a firing side, and well, depending on the situation, you flip the hook around. And it could probably serve as like maybe either a water gun or maybe a freeze ray or something like that. I thought it was pretty cool. So we're gonna set that aside. And we have weapon storage in vehicle mode, which is pretty cool. Didn't even know that was there, did you? So this is his gun. Pretty cool. It's a way bigger gun because he's a big guy. So we're gonna see that in a little bit. And we do have an attachment, which we have to let down in vehicle mode right there. I don't even know how that got up there, but it stayed. But this is his little hand attachment, as kind of like paying an homage to the G1 counterpart. So, transformation. This will be my first time transforming him in a little while. It took me about a day to design him in ODD, and then a whole nother day to try to build them and revisioning, and then I just finished them up today. So this is like kind of like 3 days to get everything done from design to review. So, to start off the transformation, first thing that I'm going to do is, where should we start? Let's start with the wheels on the bottom. And we're just going to take these wheels and turn them around, just flip them over. And he's very pretty solid in vehicle mode also. So, I mean, the only thing that's kind of like flimsy a little bit is the side panels, and they were way flimsier before, but you know, I solidified them a bit. Then we're going to take the grill. You guys can see that hopefully. I'm going to take the grill and just bend that down for like the belt guard. The next thing we're going to do is take these flaps right here and fold them up. Oh, did I see the detail on this also with the little gauges and knobs? I thought that was cool. Make sure everything's nice and tight. We're going to flip that up and then rotate it up right here like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Flip that completely up and then rotate at this panel right here. And as you can see, he's getting a little top heavy, so we're going to lay him down like that. The next thing we're going to do is fold out the arms. So to do that, we're going to bend at the elbow right here, bend that up, and as we're bringing it around, we're going to take this panel up here, there's a little shoulder pad, and rotate that. Pretty much just like the toy. And it'll sit nice and flush once it's folded like that. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't even know why I'm doing all that, just rotate this thing right here. Bend at the elbow. And rotate out as we're rotating the shoulder pad. Oh no, oh no, he actually broke. Oh no, everything's breaking. That's not cool. Alright, we're gonna do a take two. Hold on for a second. Alright, so I had to really pay attention to what I was doing as far as the steps because this part was not supposed to come up yet. This was putting way too much pressure on the folding hinge right there, and that's why I kind of cracked in half a little bit. But continuing from where we were, we're going to take these side mirrors and just fold them in, like so. At that part, we could pretty much take the head and rotate that up. Now that everything else is out the way. And the head is right back here, but it won't move because of that little pin. So we're just going to take them and flip them up like this. And I might have to move the camera up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera up now so I don't have to do that later. But just keep in mind that the minifigs could actually stay inside of the robot while he's transforming. So whether if he's in vehicle mode or robot mode, they're a-okay. So we're going to flip that up. And while we're here, we're going to separate the legs. Or maybe we'll do that first. Sorry guys. We'll take the legs. Oh, we got the signature tailpipes down there too. So we separate them like that. And as we're lifting this guy up, we're gonna let him hang out right there while we flip the legs around 180 degrees at the hips, like so. Very similar to the toy. Oh, I see you trying to get loose there. There you go. And then we rotate the other leg around. And while we're here, we're going to adjust the hip so that the chest is sitting more appropriately, like so. And then we're going to flip the head up now that it's free from the little blue pin. Hope you guys can see that. Try to move them back a little bit. And then while we're at these shoulder pads, we could just fold these down so he's not so back heavy anymore. Oh, that part keeps breaking off. It's a really old turntable wheel, so I try to utilize my parts as much as I can. So we are almost done. So the next thing that we do just gonna start posting these arms up, but this wrist part right here is on a double hinge. So we got that part. Well, actually, we gotta rotate at this part first. And then once that's nice and flush, then we bend that to the side, like that. And do the same on the other side. It's a little difficult, so I'm gonna move the hand out the way a little bit. There you go. And then we could start posing the arms any way we want. Oh, you want to also take it at the elbow and rotate them 180 degrees. That way the panel is on the outside of the arm. I had to redesign that like twice just to make sure that I got that right. And then we got one arm done. Take them over here, rotate at the elbow 180, and then we got the other arm done. And this panel loves to pop off. Looks like he's slouching forward a little bit, so we're just gonna stand him up. And he's not really like heavy to the point to where he needs to like slouch over because of gravity. Like, I'm using some Hero Factory joints, and these are actually really strong. So like, I could practically pick him up from one leg. Well, maybe not so much so now because, but he's really solid, you know. And then we're gonna take the feet, just like the toy, and flip these out, like so. Make sure everything is nice and tight. And he is looking good. He is done. Oh wait, gotta make sure we get this part right here. The part that, you know, kind of gave us a little hiccup earlier in the video. There we go. That is a complete grapple right there. You could really see like on the head sculpt or the head design that I try to capture as much as I can those little antenna things sticking up right there. Those are a couple of minifig hands just like resting right there. So we're gonna check him out with this weapon right here, this little pistol. And you know, these are also Hero Factory arms or hands, so, and it doesn't want to go in. There you go. So that looks pretty good. Let me set him off in the center a little bit. Rotate the stage back. Set him back for you right there. Looking good. Also for his other accessory, with the little hand thing, the little drill looking thing. Take off his arm right here, his little wrist, which is on a ball joint. And we take this accessory right here, which I believe is said to be able to spray either water or cement or something like that. And we could also hook that onto the wrist. Turn them to the side so you guys can see what that looks like. So, you know, like I said, it's paying an homage to G1 Grapple. I thought about doing his design, but you know, once I saw how many repaints they had and this design, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for this. You know, it seemed kind of easy, and I'm already like halfway through building. What is the red guy's Inferno? I'm already like halfway done building Inferno, so you'll probably see a review for him really soon. But getting into articulation, like I said, everything is on ball joints and it's pretty solid. So he moves pretty much full range at the shoulders, back and forth on the elbows. He does have wrist articulation, as you could see with his gun, pretty much full range with the wrist. He doesn't really have any waist swivel or anything like that, but his legs go all the way back. He does have 90-degree bend at the knee. No real ankle tilt except for like the toes for transformation. I guess you would call that upper thigh swivel, maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. I mean, you could get him in like some really awesome poses. Granted, if you like move this up, then you know you could get him like that. But Get him in like a cool running stance or something like that. Let's see if he'll actually stand like that. If I hold him with one finger, he'll stand. But yeah, this was really fun to build. Like, I haven't built a transformer like this since I was like 13, and it's about this size, but definitely not this cool. It could only fit like one minifig inside, and it looks completely ridiculous. But yeah, I feel like you guys are like looking up at him. I'm gonna have to like just move the camera up a little bit just to capture some details of the lighting, the minifigs, the grill. I did put a lot of work into trying to detail the legs, to where, you know, it has like some features like this, and then on the outside it's kind of like the same look but just in a different color. You know, tons of grill pieces everywhere. And just for size comparison, set him back off again and lift up the tripod. Make sure this doesn't fall. Just for size comparison of a completely transformed mini transformer, we got still got Sea Spray hanging around. And remember, Sea Spray is maybe only like a couple of studs taller than Bumblebee. So you could just imagine, like, you know, Bumblebee's like right here on him, you know, so it's perfect in scale and vehicle mode and robot mode. Of course, you know, Sea Spray, if he was minifig scale, he'll probably be just as tall as this guy or even bigger. But yeah, I think this came out really awesome. So I think, you know, just let me know. Oh, we also got I guess while we're here, we'll also show off a little, you know, him holding the hook and everything. So we'll set Sea Spray off to the side. We'll take off his little nozzle attachment right there. Bring his hand back in, because this is a pretty hefty weapon for a pretty hefty guy. So let's see. Awesome. Sometimes these little cross pins right here always get stuck in the hand rather than just coming out as they should. So I'm going to flip it around on the fire side because it's just kind of cooler and it sinks in a little bit more. And let's see how he holds that. Oh, it is weighing him down some, so we're going to just spin that around and let him hold it with both hands. Kinda, sorta, maybe. Like so. And he does want to fall over a little bit, but these ball joints are pretty solid, so. There we go. Let me pick that up so you guys can see him kind of like head on. So yeah, this will be like, you know, a huge kind of like bazooka type of thing set up for him. He doesn't really have anything to mount it on his shoulders or anything, but I don't think the toy really did either, so just kind of set him back. Oh, all right there, guy. Let's take off the little hook thing here for you. I don't want to sit there and weigh you down. There you go. It's ready for war right there. Guess also, before we wrap things up, let's do a final spin so you could catch him in all of his grapple glory right here. Oh, kind of hit the little stand right there. Don't hit it again. There you go. That's how the back panels look. So they're not, you know, really all over the place. Before I had them, they were like flapping out like wings, and just it was crazy. I'm really happy you guys didn't see any of that. But oh, this is definitely gonna hit the leg. Let me move this back a little bit. There you go. But here we have G2 Autobot Grapple. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is BX Brix. I want to thank you guys for watching as always. Definitely comment, like, you know, like, let me know what you think about this. I want to start doing, you know, a few more of these larger scale Transformers, and definitely share it, subscribe, you know, support. But I want to thank you guys again, and stay tuned for the next video, which shouldn't be too far away. Peace.